this problem, there is a system of 4 rods. Okay, this is fixed here, and this is a square. Okay, right now each one of them have same length. So this is each rod of same length. Okay, so the question is, you have to find velocity of this end is moved with velocity v. We have to find velocity of this point. So let me call this point as A. So find velocity of A, okay, when the angle is 90 degree. Which angle? This angle. You know that as you move this point, the shape will keep changing. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
It will not be square all the time. It will not be square all the time. It will be rhombus. It will be a rhombus. But as you keep moving, starting from, let's say, when it is very thin, from there, if you start moving this point, there will be a time when the shape will become rhombus. So that time they want you to find the speed of this point. So let us do this one first, so that that problem will become slightly easier. Now such problems are obviously where they give you velocity of one end and they ask you velocity of other point. What you have to use here is constraint relation. Constant relations, we have pulley constraint, we have wedge constraint, we have string constraint. For string constraint, we have to apply. Now, what is string constraint? If there is a inextensible string, then velocity of any 2 points along the length of the string must be equal. So if this is VA, this is VB, along the length of the string, VA must be equal to VB. Otherwise, the length will either increase or decrease. How is the internet?
It lagged a little, sir.
Now it is fine, right?
Now it is fine, sir.
Okay. So along the length of the string, velocity of this point and this point should be equal. So this concept we have to apply. Now, tell me one thing. As I move this point, do you think this point will go along this axis only? Yes or no? Do you think this point will go this way?
Also, sir.
It will this go only this way? Yes.
No, sir.
Yes or no?
No.
No, there is
No,
no.
sir.
Because if this goes that way, then the shape will become like this after some time. Like this it will become. So sorry, this may be somewhere here. So like this it will become. But how can this become longer? So one thing is clear. When you move this point this way, this point will move this way also, but down also. Understood? No. So this part of the rod will be somewhere here after some time. So since you have no idea about the velocity of this, let me call this point has velocity components Vx and Vy. See, this is the technique you should apply. When you don't know what is the velocity, is it only along x-axis? Is it only along y-axis? When you don't know about that, then you assume that this has whatever velocity it has, you can take two components, one Vx, one Vy. Okay, once you have done that, then the first method is, this is the first method. Now look here, if I take this part of the rod, let me call this B, let me call this C. So if I take this AB, okay, now this end is going this side with velocity V. So the component of this velocity in this direction. So let me call this angle as phi. So if that is phi, this will be 90 minus phi. Correct now? And what about this angle? That will be also 90 minus phi. So the component of this velocity in this direction will be v cos 90 minus phi, which is sin phi. So this is the velocity of this point along the length of the string. Now this point has two velocities, vx here, vy here. So if I take component of this vx along the string, that will be vx cos 90 minus phi, which will be sin phi. So this is the component of this vx along the string. Similarly for vy, this is vy. Let me take component of this vy along the string. That will be vy cos phi. So along the string, you know that this velocity of this point along the string must be equal to velocity of this point along the string. What is the velocity of this point along the string? This velocity plus this velocity. So vx sin phi plus vy cos phi. Okay, in general, I'm trying to calculate. Okay. So phi we know, because when this is 90 degree, when theta becomes 90 degree, you know phi will be 45 degree, because phi is half of this angle, right? So phi we know, v they have given. So we have found one equation with vx and vy. We need one more equation. So take this rod. Now velocity of this point, let me call this as c. This is c, right? So c. This is a. Again, this point has velocity here vx, here vy, which I don't know. So along the string, let me take now, along the string for this point. So for this rod, in this direction will be vx. What will be this angle? This is phi, this is 90 minus phi, this will be also phi. So that will be phi. So this will be vx cos phi. And what will be this angle? 90 minus phi. So that will be 90 minus phi. So component of this vy in this direction along the string will be vy cos 90 minus phi, which is sin phi. What about velocity of this point? This point.
0.
That is it. So along the string, you know velocity of 2 points should be same, but velocity of this is 0. So velocity of this point along the string must be 0. So this is vx cos phi, which is trying to increase the length. This is vy sin phi, which is trying to decrease the length. So velocity of this point should be equal to velocity of this point, which is vx cos phi minus vy sin phi. Correct now? So if I bring it this side, I will get vy sin phi equal to vx cos phi. So you see, you have two equations which you can easily solve. Equation 1, equation 2. Okay, so using 1 and 2, we can find vx and vy. And once you know vx and vy, what will be velocity of this particle, this point? Root over vx square plus vy square. So that is the technique you should have applied. Okay. So velocity of this point is v along the string I want for this rod. That will be, first find this angle. So this is phi, let me call it. So if that is phi, this will be 90 minus phi. So this will be 90 minus phi. So this component will be v cos 90 minus phi, which is v sin phi. Then for this point, I have shown two velocities. So you have to take components of those two velocities along the string. And along the string, velocity of the 2 points should be equal. Once I do for this rod, you can do for this rod also. Then you will get two equations you can easily solve. Now for this problem, what is phi?
45.
45. So for this problem, this is generally I have done. If any doubt comes, just on your audio and ask. For this problem, if I put phi 45 degree, equation 2 will give me directly Vx is equal to Vy. Correct now? Because sin 45 1 by root 2, cos 45 1 by root 2. So Vx will be equal to Vy, and equation 1 will give you what? V. This also will cancel. See, sin 45, cos 45. That will also cancel. So V will be equal to Vx plus Vy. But Vx is equal to Vy, so substitute here. V will be what? Vx plus Vx. So from here, Vx will be V by 2. So if V, this part is separated, okay, last part. So once you know Vx is V by 2, Vy will be what? That will be also V by 2. So final velocity of A will be what? Root of V by 2 root 2. Right, root of V by 2 square plus V by 2 square. So that will be giving you V by root 2. So what is the velocity of this point? V by root 2. And at what angle it will go? To find the angle, what you have to do? Tan phi, tan some alpha, let's say, Vy by Vx. So that will be 1. So the velocity will make with x-axis 45 degree. So 45 degree with x-axis means this way. So this particle at that instant will be going this way, along this direction. So this is the first method in which I have taken x-axis here, y-axis here. Remember, x and y should be perpendicular to each other. So what is the final answer? V by root 2. Now this you try to remember that if this point is moved with velocity v, when the shape will become square, this point will move with velocity v by root 2 in this direction. So the system will go this way. So this end will go somewhere there. Done? Once it is done, please let me know.
Done, sir.
Naveen, done?
1 minute, sir.
Write on. Aram se, please write every detail. Ma. Later, I don't want confusion. Velocity of this end is 0. And for this point, you have to, for this rod, you have to take components along the string. So this component velocity is this side. This component velocity is this side. So net velocity of this point should be 0 because this is 0, which means this must be equal to this. Sitija, done?
Yes, sir.
Yashashwini,
Yes, sir.
Tanuj,
Yes, sir.
any doubt is there? Please let me know. If you remember this particular problem, I feel like in first PU, I gave you guys homework, but then I also forgot and you guys also forgot. Correct to Samyak?
You had given, sir, I remember.
But I did not solve it. I gave it as a homework, I remember. But then later you also did not ask me and I also forgot. Okay. Naveen, once it is done, tell me.
Done, sir.
Now let us try to solve the same problem in a second method. Second method is little faster. But second method will only work when the shape of the four rods becomes square. So second method, you see. Second method is, let me assume it is 90 degree right now. Okay, it may not be perfect, but it's okay. Now, they are saying this point is moved with speed v. I want to find the speed of this point, magnitude of velocity. Now, since I know this is 90 degree, when it becomes a square, I can also resolve whatever velocity this point has. I can also resolve one along this axis and one along this axis. Yes or no? What do you think, guys? This is also allowed or not allowed?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can take a vector component any two perpendicular direction, vx, vy, or you can take the same vector. For same vector, you can take x-axis here, y-axis here. So this will be x component, this will be y component. And then you can find this velocity by using square root of vx square plus vy square. So any two perpendicular directions we can use. Now since they said that this should be 90 degree, why to take it along this axis and this axis? Let me take it along this axis and this axis directly. So now see, the answer will come very fast. You guys understood why it will come very fast now? See here,
Yes, sir.
this is A, this is B, this is C. Now for AC, if you see, this is velocity 0. So velocity of this point along the string, this velocity will have no component, only this is there. It should be parallel to this line. This is Vy. So this Vy must be 0. Because this Vx will have no component along this axis. Similarly, for this part, AB part, this V will have a component here, V cos 45. This will be 45. And this point has only velocity Vx. Why? Because Vy will have no component here. So from here you can say Vx is V cos 45, which is V by root 2. So the total velocity will be V by root 2. Velocity of this point A. See, so fast, no? Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
But this happens only if you take, only if when this is 90 degree. Okay. Write down this also. Now, as a physicist, you should enjoy both the methods. That no, there are multiple ways of getting the answer. However, you should realize as an engineer that you have to do things faster. So always try to find a way to minimize the time taken. That is what nature also likes actually. Like just kids are too happy today. Okay. When they will reach your age and all, they'll come to know. Okay. Done, na?
Done, sir.
Vx also V by root 2, sir.
Vx also. Oh, this is V by root 2. Sorry, I wrote cos 45. No? Okay. Okay, so now let us do the one which actually I shared. That one you can't expect in JEE mains because it takes a little bit of time. But let me see if I can reduce the time by remembering this result. So the question that was given to you guys, which is a Krotov book question. Has anyone seen Krotov book? So this is Kroto book, okay? So aptitude test problem, very thin, okay? So it has got very classic problems. So one of the problem is there is a system of rods. Okay. This should be in a line actually, horizontal line. And this point is moved with velocity v. This is fixed. When this is 90 degree, that time they want to know the velocities. So they want velocities of which point? This point, and this point. Okay. They have given that the ratio of these sides. So if I call this, let us say this is L1, this is L2, this is L3. Then L1 is to L2 is to L3 is given 3:2:1. Okay, so that is given to you. You have to find velocity of A, velocity of B, and velocity of C. Let us call this point D. Let us call this point O. Origin you can treat. Now I think these two Kirti has done it, but he did not show me how he got. So let me try. First we have to find these two velocities. Then only we can find this velocity. Now first of all, whatever ratio this side, and this side has, I can also say that same ratio this side, and this side also will have. Whatever ratio this side has, same ratio this side also should have. Accepted, or you want explanation?
Yes.
Accepted, no? Or explanation? See, you can drop this median. This is 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45. So this is L1 sine 45, L1 sine 45. This will be 2L1 sine 45. Similarly, this will be 2L2 sine 45. This will be 2L3 sine 45. Therefore, this length is to this length is to this length. This is to this is to this. Will be L1 is to L2 is to L3 only. Correct, na? Okay. So first thing is to realize that the ratio of these sides will be same as ratio of these sides. So let me call this one. Let me call this. That means if I call this X, let me not call it X. Okay, let me call it X. No problem. So if I call this X, this will be 2X, and this will be 3X. Okay. Now they have given you velocity of this point. Now this is the fixed point. What do you mean by velocity of any point? If the velocity of this is v and this is fixed, and if I call this x, or if this point is, let's say, d, then xd, then dxd by dt, that is the rate at which this distance is changing, because this is fixed, right? So this dxd by dt means the rate at which this distance is changing with respect to this point. That must be this velocity. Yes or no? First tell me that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So therefore, I just need to find, because this velocity of this point they have given students. So I need to find distance of this point from origin, distance of this point from origin, distance of this point from origin. Then I can differentiate to find the velocities. So what will be distance of xd? Xd matlab this, okay? So xd will be 3 plus 2, 5 plus 1, 6x. What about xa? Xa matlab this distance. That will be 5x. And what about xb? Xb will be this distance, will be 3x. Right? Okay. Now if you take differentiation of this, dxd by dt, you will get 6 into dx by dt. But the rate of change of this distance, point D, from this origin is this v itself. So this is v. So 6 into dx by dt. So v we have written in terms of dx by dt. So now use this. VA they asked. VA matlab rate of change of this distance from the origin. So if you substitute this XA here, 5 will come out. Then I will get dx by dt. But dx by dt from here, I can calculate as v by 6. So 5v by 6. So I found velocity of A in terms of given quantity. Now let me take differentiation of this. So velocity of point B, this point. That is the rate of change of distance of B from origin. That will be equal to 3 dx by dt. Dx by dt is v by 6. So 3 into v by 6. So that is equal to v by 2. So what is the answer for the first one? VA is 5v by 6 and VB is v by 2. Now we have to find VC. Write down. So whatever ratio these sides have, same ratio these sides will have. So if I call this some letter, you write x, y, z, alpha, beta, doesn't matter. So whatever is this distance, this should be twice of that, this should be thrice of that. Then velocity of this point along this line means the rate at which this distance is changing. And velocity of this point means the rate at which this distance is changing. Velocity of this point means the rate at which this distance is changing, because these two will go along this axis. As this point is moved, these two will go along this axis. Okay, once it's done, tell me. Guys, slept or what? Done, huh? Okay. So now we have to find velocity of this point. So let us concentrate only on this part. See, that is why Kroto first told you to find velocity of these two. So now let me concentrate on the middle square. This was which point? I forgot. The middle one.
Yeah.
A. This is B. Okay. Now this is moving with what velocity I found? 5v by 6. This is moving with what velocity? V by 2.
V by 2.
So this point I want. Now, if you apply second method that I taught you before, you will get the answer faster. So let us apply second method. So second method, if I apply, Vy let me assume here, Vx let me assume here. Okay. So now apply string constant. Take this rod. Here itself you can do actually. Shall I do it here itself? So here itself if I do, see this V will have a component this side. That will be 5V by 6 cos 45. So this will be 45. This Vy will have no component here. So Vx must be equal to 5V by 6 cos 45 is 1 by root 2. Similarly, for this rod, this Vy will have, this V by 2 will have component here. Okay, along this string. Don't look at this string because we have not calculated velocity of this. If you want, it will be same as this point. So this side, velocity of this point, this side will be equal to V by 2 cos 45. So that V by 2 cos 45 must equal Vy. Okay, so this is this, this is this. Then to find the net velocity of C, to find the net velocity, I should take root over Vx square plus Vy square. Commons you take outside. So V by root 2 is common. So root of 5 by 6 square plus 1 by 2 square. Right? V by root 2 is common. So this is velocity of C. Make sure you get C, okay? Otherwise you will cancel V and V. So V by root 2, root of 25 by 36 plus 1 by 4. So V by root 2, root of 36, 25 plus 9. That will be V by root 2, root of 34 divided by 6. Root 34 by root 2 will be root 17. So V root 17 by 6. That is the answer. You want me to try the first method? Or you are happy with this? Anyways, if this question comes, you will apply this method only, no? But if you want, I can do it. Tell me, what is your wish? First method, if you want to apply, then this has to be at rest. How to bring?
For that method, we can find Vx by using that same concept, sir.
Yeah, that also we can do. But what I'm saying is you can directly compare this with the previous one and try to find the answer faster. But to compare this with the previous one, in the previous one, if you remember, this was fixed, right? This was fixed or not?
Yes,
we
sir.
can
Previous one, this one fixed.
velocity.
But this is moving, right? But this is moving. So what we have to do? We have to do with respect to this first. After doing with respect to this, then you have to again go with respect to ground and find. It is quite interesting. If you want, you guys, I will do it. Tell me.
Let's do that, sir.
Okay. So let's do that also. First, we finish this one. Aarti is going on. Some sound will come, song will come. You people also, some puja you do online. So this video I can't put in YouTube, okay? If I put, people will say what kind of teaching is going on like that. Once this is done, let me know.
Done, sir.
Okay.
Done, sir.
Naveen, done?
Done, sir.
Okay. Now see how I will convert this problem into the previous problem, first part. Okay. So see here, what I will do now is I will go with respect to B. So if I go with respect to B, if I do the problem, matlab sit here. So if you sit here, this will be fixed. Okay, B will be fixed now. This point will go with what velocity? You have to do ulta and add with this. If you do ulta and add, it will become 5v by 6 minus v by 2. That is how you find relative velocity, right? Velocity of A with respect to B means what? VA minus VB. So you have to do ulta to velocity of B and add with velocity of A. So with respect to B, if I do, I have to do ulta to this and add. When I do ulta, it will become opposite. So you have to subtract. So that will be 6, 5v minus 2, 3s are 6, v by 3. So that is the velocity of this point. So velocity of this point, without wasting too much time, there will be two components, right? Here Vx, here Vy, and both of them will equal to this velocity by root 2. You remember? This velocity divided by root 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I can directly write v by 3 root 2, and this will be v by 3 root 2. Okay, because I'm remembering which result. This result I'm remembering. But if this goes with velocity v, this point will have two components. Vx will be v by, oh, not v by root 2. It was v by 2, I think. Check once.
V by 2, sir.
V by 2 or v by root 2? This v, Vx.
Vx and Vy
V by-
both are
V by 2, right?
V by 2, sir. Yeah.
So v by 2, v by 2. V was v by 2 root 2, so v by root 2. Yeah. So this will be v. This is your v now. So divided by 2. This will be divided by 2. So this will be v by 6. V by 6. Okay. So this result I am directly applying. Otherwise, it will take too much time. So now you have to go back to ground. So if you go back to ground now, with respect to ground, if you go, what will be velocity of this point now? Now ground, it's velocity of with respect to ground. How to find velocity of anything with respect to ground? Velocity of A with respect to B plus velocity of B. Right. Now these are velocities with respect to which? B. So I have to add this velocity to this and this. When I add this velocity with this, it is in the same direction. So I will get V by 6 plus V by 2. And here it will remain unchanged. This will be Vx and your Vy will be unchanged. It will be V by 6. Why this is unchanged? Because when you go, these are velocities. Please understand, these are velocities with respect to B. So with respect to B, you know the velocities. Now you want to go with respect to ground. So when you want to go from with respect to B to with respect to ground, what you have to do? You have to add velocity of B. That is the formula. So velocity of B is along x-axis. So you have to add this velocity to these two. But this is along y-axis. So this will have no component along y-axis. So this will remain same. but this velocity is v by 6 this side. You have to add this velocity directly. So when I add directly without doing ulta, why without doing ulta? Because I want velocity of A with respect to ground. So when you want with respect to ground, you have to just add velocity of this point. Understood? No. So it will be equal to 6 v plus 3v. So 2v by 3. So these are the x and y components of this velocity. So final velocity of this point, which was C, will be root over vx square plus vy square. So if I take common, common is only v. So root over 2 by 3 square plus 1 by 6 square. Tell me that you will get the same answer. Show me that you will get the same answer.
We will get the same answer, sir.
Same answer. Because this will be 4 by 9. 4 by 9. This will be 1 by 36. So LCM will be 36. Square root will be 6. And here square root will be 16 plus 1, 17. So same answer you get at the end.